These are some things that will not happen here this summer. No relations between campers and counselors. This includes wheelbarrow, saltwater caffeine. You were supposed to be here a week ago.
Whatever. It smells weird. Who beefed?
Wet Hot American Summer is back, this time as an 8-episode Netflix series. Stars all of our old favorites. They're a little bit older now. The first movie originally aired back in 2001. Yeah, everybody does look surprisingly good. This is the story of a small summer camp and the kinds of fun and hijinks they get up to at a summer camp. Did you ever go to summer camp?
I did not go to summer camp, no. My parents didn't really want me to go to summer camp because you see all the things that happen in summer camp, and there's some bad things that happen with these kids.
Yeah.
They're doing some naughty things. But I love this is just taking place over one day. So these episodes stretch over one day.
8 episodes stretched over one day. That's right. So it'll say something like 6:49. Next episode will be like 7:15. And you get through the 8 episodes that way. Now, when we were watching this, we sometimes text back and forth. Sometimes Vic gets involved. And you were kind of negative towards the show initially, and I was as well. It gets off to a great start, then it kind of seems really stupid and really lowbrow. But then it kind of came back for both of us.
Well, that's basically how Wet Hot American Summer is and how the audience got pulled in because it was so crazy and so outrageous and out there because these really stupid things happen that you can't really wrap your mind around, but that's okay. You just kind of go with it. And they tried to get us into the show that way as well, but it was just really hard to wrap your mind around what story they were trying to tell, the relationships they were trying to remind you of, because it's actually telling the story of before Wet Hot American Summer.
I'll let you touch my boob after.
Whoa. Which boob?
Left.
My left or your left?
Mine.
No, mine.
That's my right boob.
Do you want me to go with you or not?
Do you want to touch a boob for the first time in your life or not?
Yeah, fine, deal. Let's go.
There's a lot of characters that you have to jump in with that you're not ready to jump in with yet, and meeting new characters, it's tough to do. So the first episode was tough. The second episode was also tough. But the third episode, it got the train moving on the
track. And you know, like the show's done. I watched it. We both watched it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I wish there was more of this to watch because there's something about the bright colors and being outdoors. And there's something about all of these actors. And a lot of them have really, it's a moment in time. A lot of the actors who are in the original movie have gone on to do better things. Most prominently, of course, Bradley Cooper. This was his first film. And I feel like there's a lot of history. There's a lot of magic that was captured with the first film. And I feel like they're all visiting that and celebrating it here.
ZOOTSUIT. Read, please. Silk lapel. Guns a-blazing straight to hell. In my mind, you look so cute. Wrapped up with your arms around my zoot suit.
This is one of the most pleasant TV watching experiences I've had in as long as I can remember.
Well, especially on Netflix, and you get really sad when it's over because you feel like you're at summer camp with them, and I kind of wish that maybe they would have another episode or maybe another day that we can spend with them because so much happens in this one day. There's a lot of crazy things going down. You see Chris Pine in here as well. You see some actors that they're bringing in, like big name actors.
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig is in this thing. She's hilarious. I needed more for her.
We can find a coxswain.
There's something else on here that you discovered and forced me to watch, and it's Hurricane of Fun, and it's a documentary about the making of the original film, and it's incredibly fun to watch and see what they went through to make this. It's David Wayne and Michael Showalter getting together and just trying to be passionate and trying to believe in this despite everything they had to fight against.
I know so many things went wrong, but you see all these amazing actors at their start, and how skinny Amy Poehler was, like how tiny these people are.
Some of you were campers here last year, but now you're all 16 or 17 years old.
They have their whole careers ahead of them, and we know what happens to them, but we see what happens in the past. All this found footage, like over 20 hours they found of behind-the-scenes footage that they put together for a documentary. So that made me love the show even more because you really feel like you are living in this camp with them, and you want to stay living in this camp with them. You want to roast marshmallows. You want to just hang out with Paul Rudd. They're like, "What's up, buddy?"
You and your Paul Rudd.
I wouldn't mind if you farted in my face either.
Yeah, he does. That's the way he makes women fall in love with him, apparently. Listen, I loved First Day of Camp, Wet Hot American Summer. Watch the original film if you haven't seen it yet. I envy you. And then enjoy this series. This is so much fun, so light, so energetic.
You just have to wait a few episodes in.
Yeah, you'll get through it, though. I know you will. What are you going to give it?
Gets an 8.
Gets a 9 from me.
EP's TV coverage is brought to you by Xbox, makers of Rare Replay for the Xbox One.